What's going on, YouTube peeps? We're going to call this series a 210 check-in. That's what I have time for. It's so hard to push videos out when you just got to do some work because you're a one-man show. So I got to clean this tank here. I got to clean this tank here. I got to clean all these tanks. And if I want extra credit, I'll do a water change, like a 20% water change on all of them. But I did that actually about 3 days ago. But if I want to do it, or if I feel like doing it, I'll do it again. We'll see where I'm at in the process after I'm squeegeeing all this algae with this algae scraper. Over here on the 20-gallon longs in this badass custom welded steel frame built to hold 6 20 longs. I got no tops on any of these tanks except this one here. Thought maybe I might be having an infestation of mosquitoes. They were kind of gathering up here and around, and then I went with some off and I sprayed it on this brush, a bunch of off, and then I just sweep the walls up here with it just to kind of get them dispersed and out of here. And that I thought was helping, and then they started grouping up over here on this side of the garage. And I made a friend, and he's crushing it. He's crushing it. Yes, human and spider living together as one. I like that. So, don't really have a mosquito problem. Another thing that I did I feel is helping is I added some air stones in the tanks up here. Well, this one I'm just letting the sponge do the same thing for me and just agitate that surface water and keep these mosquitoes at bay. I do have these cobra guppies in here and a smorgasbord of fish in here. Leftover 55-gallon community tank fish members in here right now, trying to make the best that they can of the situation I have them in. I don't feel bad about that. Right. I figured out how to get my yellow labs out from hiding all the time. I threw in some of the community swords, tangerine swords I had in here, and I threw them in here as dither fish. And at the very least, it pissed off the lab cichlids, like, hey, this is our tank. Who's trying to come into my tunnel? And so now they feel like they have to be out as well. So it's probably just they feel safer with the other fish in the tank more than it is me injecting their sentiment towards me. Right here, same thing. Only lid here. It's not that good of a lid. Again, no lights on these tanks, just sponges. I want to move most of these fish. It's becoming very evident to me, so I'm going to either donate them or sell anybody who's interested in purchasing. It's always nice. It's always nice when somebody wants to offer you money for taking care of a fish that you put a lot into because you're serious about the hobby. It's always nice. Anyways, I think what I need to do is basically work these tanks into an angelfish breeding system. I don't have orders of angelfish to fill, nothing like that. I really just want to see if I can create something that cool out of my garage, and I'll just go from there when I get from there. But yeah, I'll deal with the headache of having way too much fish later. I want to see if I can do it. But the real reason for the 210 check-in is this tank right here. It's a 10-gallon tank, and I have 2 different sets of angelfish eggs from 2 different parents. I throw them in together basically. Not immediately. They were in a slate, and basically they were in this side breeder tank right here that's hanging off of that 20. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the little blue. There's blue water in it. But yeah. So contraptions like that. Anyways, once I had the wigglers off of the slate, I decided that little tank was not going to be worth the trouble of constantly having to change, because it would get kind of smelly and dirty really quick in that hang-on tank. So why not put them in a 10? I grabbed some rock that I figured was good enough to throw in. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what it was leftover aquarium rock from, but my sense was that it was okay to use, and I did. Clearly it wasn't. I have like this white fuzz going on over the rocks. I think some of that white fuzz, like my numbers of the angelfish fry in here are dwindling. It's very apparent to me. You can't be lazy in this hobby, man. So I can't let this stand, and I have to remedy this situation. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't need gravel for tanks that are set up to be like a tank that's in the step or a specific step of a breeding system. So it's a bunch of breeding tanks. Just glass bottom will do. I am still going to try to take out the fry that I can that are in here, put them somewhere better, and then I'm going to put some of those Goodyear Lion's Eye in here and see if they won't clean this tank up and this gravel up for me. And then I'll check in back with you about that as we go. That's today's 210 check-in. You guys like and subscribe to 210 Aquatics. Y'all be good.